Okay, let's get started. Let's talk today about prime numbers, factoring, and reducing fractions. So we've got a couple things here. One of the things that we're going to talk about, and is really, really important in this, is the idea about a prime number. And a prime number is a number that is only divisible by itself and 1. Now, because we've written it like this, by itself and 1, this actually automatically excludes 1 from that list. So when we start thinking of numbers, well, 1 isn't, but hey, 2 is our first prime number. 3 is a prime number. I can divide 4 by 2, so that's not prime, and actually any even number isn't prime, but 5, now any other multiple of 5 isn't. 6 isn't, because it's multiple of 2 and 3. 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43. We could keep going. There's no upper limit to prime numbers. But, you know, this is certainly a good solid list to start with. I will say it's probably a good idea to memorize maybe your first 10 prime numbers, because they're going to come up, and they're going to come up more often than any other ones that you're going to see. Now, any other numbers are called composites. And a composite number is something that you can write as a product of primes. So that means if I've got something like, say I had a number, how about 10? 10 is a composite number because I can write it as a product of 2 times 5. Say I had a number like 20. Well, 20 that was 10 times 2, so that's going to be 2 times 5. So these are composite numbers, and I can write this as a product of primes. And notice that we kind of broke this down, pretty fast right here. Well, guess what we're going to be doing next? We're going to be breaking some of these numbers down. And in order to do that, well, let's talk about this idea of factoring. So when we're factoring a number, we're going to be breaking a number, or actually into the product of prime numbers. Now, it doesn't matter what we start with. We're just going to do something, how about we start with a number like 60. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to divide this into any pair of numbers that you can. How about we say, let's see, I see that 2 goes into here. I'd say, oh, that's 2 times 30. Okay, 2, by the way, is a prime number. 30? What happens if I spot that that's 10? That 10 will go into here. Okay, 10 goes into here, and that'll go in there 3 times. Oh, 3 is another prime number. But 10 I can divide. We're going to divide and repeat until we get to primes. Okay, well, 10 I can divide into, well, I said 2 and 5. So 60 is this 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. I'm organizing these in ascending order, but that's going to be it. So 60 is equal to 2 times 3 times 5. And we're done right there. We're just going to repeatedly divide things until we come up with an answer. Well, let's do it again. How about I take a number that might look a little bit more intimidating? And I will also say, don't be afraid of big numbers. They're going to break down faster than you will. So let's take a number like 108. Oh geez, what can we do with this? Well, first of all, it's even, so I can tell that I can divide by 2. 2 goes into 108, well, 2 goes into 10, it looks like 5 times. 2 goes into 8, it looks like 4 times. 54. 2 is a prime number. 54, that seems awfully familiar. Isn't 54 equal to 9 times 6? Yeah, let's break that down into 9 and 6. And it doesn't matter that these are not primes yet. All we're going to do is we're going to look for any pair of numbers that will multiply together to be this. And as soon as we break it down, these numbers, these other factors, are going to be easier to break down. So 9, 9 just happens to be 3 times 3. Oh, hey, both of those are prime. 6 is 3 times 2. Okay, so it looks like I've got, when I do this, I've got 1, 2, 2, so this is going to be 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. So I've got 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. We've got all of our factors accounted for. Now that you know how to factor, this will help us later in breaking down some fractions. I'm going to start with an easy one. I'm going to start with some easy ones just to show you why this is useful. But let's use factoring to reduce a fraction. And say I've got something like 24 over 40. Well, breaking down 24, I could say that's going to be, what do I see? That's going to be 2 times 12. Then 12 is, 3 times 4. And then 4 is 2 times 2. Oh, so I've got 24 is going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 40, I just see that as 4 times 10 right off the bat. And 4 is 2 times 2. And 10 is 2 times 5. Oh, hey, so that's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. And what we can do is we can then reduce anything that's in common here. What I'm doing when I do this is I am dividing the top and bottom by the same number. So when I do this, I've just divided the top and bottom by 2. Then I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again. So I cancel this. We say cancel, but in fact we're reducing this. 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1. These are all ones now, technically. 1 times 1 times 1 times 3 is going to be, this is going to break down to 3 over 5. Just like that. Okay. Let's, I think I will leave that there for now, and I will say I will see you in the next video.